they do is criticize my morality, my decisions, what I do. So fuck it. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna constantly do that shit on me, say I'm not gonna be able to get married, say that I'm a fake Muslim, say that I'm drinking, say that I'm a liar, all this stuff. What the fuck is going on with your life? I called out Aiden today too. Like, I could be drinking and gambling. I'm in the gym. I'm actually doing the self-improvement thing. I'm actually quitting things. I'm actually praying. Destiny, I'm actually working on becoming the best man I could possibly be so I can raise a family, so I can get married. These things are extremely important to me. So if you're gonna criticize that, what the fuck are you doing? What else is going on? Yeah, so there's been like back and forth with drama with Destiny on Twitter. And it's been, okay, I want to pull it up and show you guys what's going on, because I want to know if you guys think I made it too personal, but I will explain to you the justification why I went there. Let's see. So Destiny posted this meme, which I think is funny actually. Stop leeching off Aiden. Okay, fine. If you don't want, I'm not gonna leech off Aiden, bro. He was the one talking about me in full sentence, lying about me. So, okay, but Destiny has been coping ever since he lost the debate against Nick, and this is a meme about me he found from his Discord. Probably found it while he was debating. Looking through his Discord for moral support. But he says, fresh and fit, fuck women. Thanks, guys. You gave me lots to think about. Andrew Tate, converting to Islam to beat the Matrix in these charges. Thanks, Andrew. You gave me lots to think about. Nick, you know the
halfway
are behind us being canceled. Thanks, Nick. You gave me a lot to think about. Now I'm dressed as a Muslim. Before that, I'm dressed like a Miami guy. Then Zerka, the Freemasons don't want you to know the earth is flat. And then I said, thanks, Zerka, you gave me a lot to think about. And I'm wearing a hat with an X crossed over the
halfway.
And then Jesse Lee Peterson, amazing. Thanks, Jesse, you gave me a lot to think about. Now I'm a conspiracy theorist because Zerka. So basically, they're like making a joke saying I'm impressionable. Ryan says, do you talk to Romo CEO? Yeah, we've talked about him. And so I responded, I said, now draw the one where Destiny tells me to abandon my son to play StarCraft in Miami. Bomboka! Because, and this is the reason I took it like kind of personal. I've avoided this topic because, you know, it's very sensitive to talk about fatherhood stuff. But like the guy, that's what he did, you know? That's what he did. So what really bothers me when these people get on their moral high ground about other people, especially like the leftists, they'll always play the moral high ground thing because that's what leftism is. It's thinking that they're better than other people because they're more empathetic, they're more moral. You guys know what I'm talking about? Have you noticed that with the climate change, people who glue their hands to the street and then you have the police come and have to peel it off? How dare you? That's leftism. How dare you? How dare you not think exactly like me? Throws paint on a statue. So if you're gonna go and say that I'm never gonna be able to get married, which is what he's saying that I'm never gonna be able, no father's ever gonna wanna marry his daughter off to me. Let's look at you. I'm sick of these moral high ground people always talking about how they're superior. All right, fine. You're gonna say that Andrew Tate's a human trafficker. You're gonna say that all the people that I like to speak to, you're gonna say that they're bad people. Let's look at you, right? You abandoned your son to play StarCraft in Miami. And so he responded again, and this made him upset because it did pretty well. He responded again, thanks, Sneako gave me lots to think about. Tried to get the ratio, could not get the counter ratio. So instead he tweeted again and said, posted this meme again from his Discord, the left can't meme. And he says, my father was never around, this is Andrew Tate, my father was never around because he was a CIA chess my father was never around because he was a CIA chess grandmaster. And that's why he made me into the strong man I am today. Fathers don't need to be there like mothers, men are better. And then Sneako, so true, I was actually just about to say the same thing, W Tate. And then Destiny, add me on Discord. And now I'm upset. Didn't get the counter ratio, but here's why this doesn't make any sense. One, because if you're gonna equate Andrew Tate's father to the way Destiny raises his children, Andrew Tate's father was poor. Andrew Tate's father was a chess grandmaster and he was traveling around the world playing chess to go and make a little bit of money. Like he had a job translating languages for the CIA, and some people conspiracy but no, there's no conspiracy about that, to be honest. I've asked about it. He would travel around the world to play chess to make a little bit of money for his children, and he was also there quite a bit. The difference in why it's really stupid for Destiny to equate the way he is a father by playing StarCraft in Miami, being around hoes, and then is because Destiny's a millionaire. You're a multi-millionaire from streaming. That's a job you could do at home with your kid. You can be in this room playing your games, gaming, and then your son can be over there and you see it. But no, you're all the way in Miami because you want to be fucking around with hoes, and you don't really want to be a present father, right? And I had conversations, people saying, oh, you're making an ad hom attack, you're making an ad hom. All they do is make ad homs on me. That's all they do. All they do is criticize my morality, my decisions, what I do. So fuck it. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna constantly do that shit on me, say I'm not gonna be able to get married, say that I'm a fake Muslim, say that I'm drinking, say that I'm a liar, all this stuff. What the fuck is going on with your life? I called out Aiden today too. Like, I could be drinking and gambling. I'm in the gym. I'm actually doing the self-improvement thing. I'm actually quitting things. I'm actually praying. Destiny, I'm actually working on becoming the best man I could possibly be so I could raise a family, so I can get married. These things are extremely important to me. So if you're gonna criticize that, what the fuck are you doing? You are not the same as Andrew Tate's father. You are a multi-millionaire who just plays video games. Get a room and a crib, set up your little factorial bullshit, do your debates and fuck your dudes on Grindr in the car, and then have your son there. If you're gonna play, I'm not gonna say what you should do as a father, but if you're gonna criticize me, let's look at you. That's fair. Yes or no? Yes or no? And also, he lost to Nick, so he's upset right now. I'm sick of this. I don't know if is that too far? Yes or no? I said yes, and now people are gonna be able to say no. So it's going back and forth. And then I think I got did I get the counter ratio? Close. Chat, we need to like this tweet. Nick won. It's close. Like this up. It's close. Without the whatever. Funny how he's so liberal, but he moved to Florida to abandon his son instead of one of his liberal heavens like California, New York. Yeah, the leftists, it's very funny too, how like Hasanabi, for example, the socialist communist, lives in a giant mansion in LA, but talking about how we should dismantle the 1%, that we need to give the money to the working class. And then his way of giving money to the working class is paying for a chef, is paying for a Filipino illegal immigrant to wash his car in the driveway. That's their version. Call Hunter Biden, no. Boxing is haram? Okay, well, I mean, so is music, but just, is boxing really haram? Was Khabib, so Khabib can do takedowns, but he can't box and it's haram? Refresh the ratio? Yeah, you guys need to step your game up on my Twitter. But even then, when it comes to Twitter, for example, and where I don't think I get the credit I deserve, like, I'm still, look at me, I'm trending right now. Look at me. Chris from Rumble, look at all these Rumble people. Bro, trending on Twitter, banned, canceled. Proof that you can, it's not haram? Yeah, I see back and forth about whether boxing is haram. Trending on Twitter. Still, I was able to pivot pretty well from cancellation. This is a good clip. I'm gonna play this.
So far, our ambition. Look at the most successful humans of all time. They were all ambitious and visionary. Most teenagers are like this. We have our entire futures ahead of us. And at this moment in our lives, our adult life is approaching. So far, our entire lives have been devoted to learning what it takes to become a successful adult. And as a teenager, this is finally right around the corner. We don't have anything holding us back. Kids, rent, taxes, any actual responsibilities. If we put our mind to it, we can become whatever we want in 5 years. But like I said, 80% of us won't. That's how life works. People throw the term selling out a lot. And I believe that if you accept a dead-end fucking job to pay your bills, you're selling out. It's not like you can accomplish your dreams later on in life. This is something you can't procrastinate. You actually have to do it. Those conversations you have when you're 40 about what could have been, should have been. You only live once, and no matter what rap lyrics will tell you, that doesn't mean getting hammered out of your mind every Friday.
Hey, I was alcohol pilled back at 14.
Do you want to finish your life with regret? Then just get off your ass and fucking do something. Getting this far on YouTube was a dream, and I fucking did it. What have you done? This isn't a rhetorical question. What have you done with your life?
Yeah, good at it. Shout out to Sakeb. Trending on Twitter. So Sneako updates have been doing really well, but yeah, I really like that video. I want to do more of those inspirational videos. I have more trips coming up. Chat, where do you think around the world that you think I should travel to? Because we're young and we need more life experience. The one thing that bothers me about getting money young and especially talking to like people that are older than me like Zerka and Myron, sartorial Tate, is they'll think that people like me, and I actually think a lot of it is Aiden, for example, like people like him make it seem like you don't put in any work in order to get to the point you are. You're just a young millionaire and you're become a dipshit. Go to Afghanistan, Antarctica. I'm not going to. Antarctica, I would go. Antarctica, I want to go to I have a trip to Colombia planned, actually. India, Palestine. I want to go to all these places. They'll try to undermine the work you do because you you're young and rich, and so everything is handed to you. And that's why I think it's extremely important, Chad. Once you are able to start a business, once you're able to become financially independent, and you can do whatever you want, I think it's important to put yourself in difficult situations and immediately avoid degeneracy. I think it's not ideal. Ideally, you would never ever be a degenerate, but I think most men need to get it out of their system. Just that's the reality. So I think it's good to do it in your late teens, early 20s. You do the partying thing, you get into a couple fights, you fuck some girls, you have a problem, maybe you catch the clap. You know what I'm saying? You go through those experiences, you go through a breakup. I think when you're 20, 21, I see so many guys like this, they obsess over a woman. Do you guys know, type of one of you know a guy like this? In their early 20s, they get into a relationship that they're obsessed with this girl nonstop. Type of one of you know a guy like this, or if you're a guy like this. And then nonstop, you're just always fiending about this girl. You're always texting her, you're giving her all your energy, you're always buying her gifts. That girl ends up consuming your life because you want to make her happy. And then you get out of that, and eventually you realize maybe it takes a year, maybe it takes 2 years, maybe it takes 3. You realize that you cannot make a girl happy. You can't make anyone happy. Someone has to be happy, and you need to be happy, and then you complement each other and make each other happier. But you cannot make somebody happy. In your early 20s, you get in a relationship with a girl who's upset, who's psyoped by TikTok, who's on birth control, and she's always hormonal, and she expects the world from this one guy, and he ends up consuming all of his energy, pouring into her to make her, to try to prove to her that you're a good guy. And you can't do that. I mean, the best way to realize you can't do that is to go through it. Elon tweeted, "Yay, I want to check that out." You guys know what I'm talking about? I know so many guys in their 2021, and they're going through that right now. I would say Salim just kind of got over that. Steezy's kind of getting through that now. I went through that. And then you use that heartbreak. And what's a really defining moment in a man's life is figuring out how to pivot and become better after that. Because one, you can go down or incel rap. That's when Morpheus actually offers you the pills. You could take the black pill, be doomed forever. Red pill, become filled with rage and then eventually accept God. Blue pill, you can dye your hair blue and then just become an absolute degenerate and start opening up Grindr. But that's a really defining moment, and it takes a while to get over. So I think you should get that over in your early 20s, late teens. But then once you get over that, really focus on what you're supposed to do. So once you get over that. And I really want this for everybody in the chat watching. I don't just want this to be a stream where we're doing bullshit. Once you're able to start your own business, you have employees, everything is running for yourself, you're actively making income, you're always working. You need to put yourself in situations where you can experience life more and you continue to grow even though you're rich. Because a lot of the process for men to get better is going through hardships and going through struggle. And if you become rich early, if you become a millionaire in your 20s, it's going to be difficult because of the temptations everywhere. Now you're rich, girls want you. You could easily not work and you could become a degenerate. You don't need to focus on the traditional ways that men go through the rite of passage of becoming made men. And so I'm at this, like I make money. And so what do I do in order to continue to mature and become better every day? So by the time I'm 30, by the time I get married and want to have kids, that I'm a competent man who hasn't been taken advantage of my whole life. Because you know, all these NFT guys, Tate talks about those all the time, the DNGs, the dorks. I met a lot of these people, like these NFT crypto guys who make millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they have no idea how the world works, and their reward systems are so messed up because everybody wants to be around them, not because of anything that they offer, but because of the money that they have. And so you want to be able to avoid that problem and not get taken advantage of. Raw Fridge, thank you for the 10. Big respect, Sneako, 27 years old, living in northern Jordan with 2 wives and 6 kids. That's what I'm talking about. W Raw Fridge, 27 years old, living in northern Jordan with 2 wives and 6 kids. 7th on the way. Come visit. We'll show you around, brother. Mashallah. I want to come. I want to come to Jordan. How the fuck do you Do you manage that? 2 wives and 6 kids. That's pretty ideal. 4 seems like a lot of work. 2 or 3. Thank you for the time, Mr. Umrah trip with Sheikh with Mom would be a unique experience, and it would make you closer to Allah and a more competent man. So yeah, I want to continue traveling, seeing the world, and doing all the things that and that's why I think it's important to do things like fighting and training and putting yourself in difficult situations. Am I looping? I'm looping, chat. Okay.
That's it.
Your job?